welcome to Kataku. Kai here, and it is time for a manga haul. I have actually, Right Stuff has started getting more and more of their inventory in, which means a lot of my orders that I was missing, a lot of them came in this month. So we actually have another pretty big haul. So I'm very excited to show that to you guys. Let's get started. So first, I wanted to show you all some manga that I actually got from Danny over at the Panda Post. She recently put out a video about why she was getting rid of her manga and why she was selling off some of her manga, and I actually copped a few of those volumes. So first, we've got Dead Man Wonderland Volume 9. And Dead Man Wonderland is a series that I watched the anime for. The anime left a lot to be desired, and because of that I've always wanted to pick up the manga and I just haven't really gotten a chance to. So she was selling this one volume. I need to get volumes 1 through 8 before I can read this one, but I figured might as well go ahead and get it, and maybe that'll spur me on to pick up 1 through 8 like I need to. Next, I got Orange Volume 1 and Volume 2. These are the omnibus volumes, and with that, that is the entire complete series of Orange. Orange is one of those series that comes highly recommended on both MangaTube and on Instagram, and so it's a series that I've wanted to pick up. I believe it's a girl who finds letters from her future self. And so I definitely like a time parallel or like time shift sort of situation. So I'm very interested to read that. Next, I picked up from Danny, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. So this is the omnibus version of that. And so it is the entire series in this one book. I actually had tickets to see this in theater, and then COVID hit. So I didn't get a chance to see the anime, but I definitely wanted to pick up the manga. This one is another one that people have just absolutely loved, and so I'm excited to dive into this one and that I was able to get it from her. Next, we've got Aroharu Ride Volume 1. And this was another series that I've actually seen a lot of reviews about, that people have actually loved. And so she only had Volume 1. And I figured might as well pick it up, and if I like it, then I will continue and get the rest of the series. And the last 3 volumes that I got from Danny are Kami-sama Kiss Volume 1, Volume 16, and Volume 21. So Kami-sama Kiss, if you saw my first impression of the Demon Prince of Momochi, you know that it gave me very strong Kami-sama Kiss vibes. And Kami-sama Kiss is an anime that I just find absolutely adorable and I love. So it's one that's been on my list to kind of pick up and read. And so she had these 3 volumes that I've now added to my collection, and I can start to fill in the gaps. And last but not least, I know I said those were the last, but I fibbed. Last is The Way of the House Husband, Volume 1. And so this one I've heard mixed reviews about, just because it is kind of a series type thing as opposed to spreading over the entirety. And so like each book is kind of its own standalone type deal, but it is definitely a premise that I find absolutely hilarious and adorable. I mean, you've got the guy who is like the most fiercest Yakuza, who like leaves the Yakuza to go be a house husband. So that sounds like a lot of hijinks to ensue. So I definitely wanted to pick this one up. So I wanted to say thank you, Danny at the Panda Post, for giving me a chance to give some of your manga a new haul and to add them to my shelves. So next are some of the things that I picked up in my Right Stuff haul. I did my first impressions of the Demon Prince of Momochi and absolutely loved it. I love shoujo manga. I am shoujo trash, and so it just out the gate gave me complete and total shoujo vibes. And so the last week of the Right Stuff birthday sale, they had bundle sales, and they had a sale on all the rest of the Demon Prince of Momochi House. So I got all of them. So we've got volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, and I just love the artwork, which was the reason I picked it up in the first place, and it continues not to disappoint. It's absolutely stunning. Volume 6, 7, look at that detail. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last but not least, volume 15. So I am so excited to read the rest of these. I've already started reading more volumes, so I'm excited to finish this series. It is absolutely adorable. I am loving the growing, budding romance, and it just makes me so happy on the inside. Did I skip number 5? Maybe I skipped number 5. So next, kind of keeping along that sort of shoujo vibe, another bundle that I picked up was Snow White with the Red Hair. So Snow White with the Red Hair is actually a series that I watched the anime for when it came out a couple of years ago. I thought it was adorable. I really love a strong female protagonist. And that's what we had here. We had a strong female protagonist that even though she was traveling with a prince, you know, she was taking care of herself. And so I really appreciate that in a story, especially a shoujo story. And so I picked up the first 4 volumes in a bundle sale. And hopefully I will like the manga as much as I liked the anime. So I'm pretty excited to dive into that. Continuing, let's just keep going with the bundles that I picked up. I picked up Happiness Volumes 1. And just look at that art and detail. And it's about vampires, so like I was automatically on board. Volume 2. Volume 3. And Volume 4. So this was, and look at that, the detail and the spirals. This was a 4 bundle set that I picked up from Right Stuff. And so this is a new series for me. I've heard good things about it and people have enjoyed it. And so I wanted to pick it up, especially with it having vampires, which are definitely one of my favorite, I guess, underworld type things. I enjoy vampires a lot, whether it is in my manga, which, you know, we've got Vampire Night up here, or whether it's in my novels. Vampires have always been a genre that I love. So another bundle that I picked up is LDQ, or LDK. LDK is a series that I had actually looked at on Amazon because some of the volumes were on Kindle Unlimited. And so you can read them for free on Kindle Unlimited. I prefer physical copies to digital copies. And so once I saw that they were having a bundle, I decided to go ahead and pick up the first 5. I contemplated getting the entire series, but because I was not sure if I was going to like it, I just got the first 5. So I'm excited to dive into this. This is your typical, you know, girl in high school moves into a building and finds out that like the hot guy from school lives there. And so that turns into a whole situation, hijinks, and then their relationship as they grow, you know, basically kind of living together in this same apartment complex, which I am always down for living in the same boarding house or moving into the apartment next door trope when it comes to shoujo and josei manga, so I was definitely interested in this one. All right, keeping with the bundles that I picked up, I have Hirojime My Hero Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4. This is another one that I watched the anime and just totally fell in love with. I'm a huge BL fan, and this was one, I do not like age gaps, but this was one that I could kind of sort of forget the age gap. Not really in the anime, just because it's kind of prevalent because he becomes his teacher, but their interactions outside of school kind of made me forget about the school interactions at time. And so this one was absolutely just an enjoyable anime, so I picked up the manga. The last bundle set that I got are the Saga of Tanya the Evil light novels. So I also, here's some of my light novels. I enjoy light novels. If you watch some of my other videos, you know that I am a big book reader, love regular books as well as reading my manga. So I got volumes 1, 2, which is a chunk-a-monk. This is a thick book. 3, which is not as chunky. And 4, which gets a little chunky again. So Saga of Tanya the Evil, I actually watched the anime, and then before the world closed, got to see the movie in theaters. And so I definitely wanted to pick up, I debated between the light novels and the manga. And because of the rich story, especially in the movie, I ended up choosing the light novels just because I wanted to get more of the background and wanted to get more of that world. I will pick up the manga eventually, but right now I am excited to dive into the light novels. Moving on, so that's all the bundles that I got. Some of this now is back-ordered stuff, some of it's newer stuff. I also, my Barnes & Nobles here in my town is closing, so I also picked up some of this from Barnes & Nobles. So I think I'll just kind of dive in with the books. I kind of have it organized a little bit. So first we have, going back to our Shoujo Josei, Happy Marriage, Volume 2, Volume 4, Volume 5, and we can tell by the plastic wrap it's gonna get a little adult, Volume 6, Volume 8, and Volume 9. So Happy Marriage is by Maki Inoji, who also wrote, if I can find it, Everyone's Getting Married, which I absolutely loved. So Right Stuff was out of stock on some of the volumes. I did buy all 10 volumes. So I have the complete series. It is finished. And I'm excited to dive into this one. This is your typical fake marriage trope. And I love a good fake marriage that turns into a real relationship, fake dating that turns into a real relationship. All of that gives me happy, fuzzy feelings on the inside. So I am excited to see how theirs turns out. Next, this one I kind of got on like a whim because it looked interesting, but I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna like it. I flipped through it and it's one that might take me out of my comfort zone, but that is Pleasure and Corruption. Volumes 1 and Volume 2. which, as you can see, you know, this is why we might be going out of our comfort zone a little bit. So we'll see how that one turns out. And I think I'll do a first impressions video for you guys on that one. So be on the lookout for that video. Next, keeping with our more mature themes, I've got Perfect World Volume 2. And Perfect World, I highly recommend. This is a story about a girl who finds her high school crush again after many, many years. They're both adults and in the working world. And he actually got into an accident when they were in college. So she hasn't seen him since high school. And that accident rendered him in a wheelchair. And so it's them finding each other again, you know, falling back in love and trying to deal with a relationship as an able-bodied person and a differently able-bodied person. And so the second volume was very good and tackled some of those issues that they would experience as a couple. And so I'm really excited to see the rest of it. Volume 3 comes out, I think, in October. So I'm excited to pick up the rest of it as it slowly comes out. Next, I picked up Sweat and Soap Volume 1, which I have heard so many good things about, and I need to get this sticker off. So many good things about. This is one of the ones that I picked up from my closing Books A Million, not Barnes & Noble's, Books A Million. And so I'm interested to read this one. I believe it was one of the books that they read on Thirsty Thursday, a couple of Thirsty Thursdays back. So I'm excited about this one. Next, we've got An Incurable Case of Love Volume 4. This series is absolutely adorable. It is amazing and so cute, and I cannot recommend it more. Please read this series. If you like shoujo and josei, and you like a somewhat dark, mean character who actually has a sweet side with his giant bubbly cinnamon bun, this is for you. It's great. I love it. Next, we have Anonymous Noise Volume 1. This is a series that I've seen multiple times and just was interested in, and so it was on sale for the birthday sale. So I got the first volume to see if I like it. Next, we've got My Androgynous Boyfriend Volume 1. There was a lot of hype about this series when Volume 1 first came out, and I'm just now getting a chance to pick it up. So I'm excited to dive into that one. And then also from my Books A Million travel is Noragami The Stray God Volume 1. This is a series that I was told by other manga tubers and on Instagram that I had to read, and that it was really, really good. I have not seen the anime yet. I've heard that is fantastic as well, so it is on my list to watch, but I do love a god or demigod type story, and so this one I am excited to have picked up, and I hope it lives up to the hype that everyone has given it. All right, so diving into our next box of books, there was, and I can't really show you the covers because there was a Faku and hentai sale. So this video will not be age restricted, so I can't really show you, but these are some of the hentai that I picked up during the sale. I do enjoy hentai from time to time, and so when they went on sale, I am a big fan of Faku and the works that Faku publishes, and they are a little more on the expensive side, much more expensive than a normal volume of manga, and so when they go on sale, I definitely try to get all the ones that I have been having my eye on. Next, looking at some of the BL titles that I got. Servant and Lord. And this is a one-shot, so there's no volumes to that. That's a one and done. I got Fake Volume 5. Volume 6. And Volume 7. So Fake is one of your OG BL series. It is one that I've wanted to collect because I'm starting, while I have like my newer series, I am starting to try and get into the origins, kind of go back and look at some of the works that actually set the stage for BL. And so Fake is definitely one of those. And so hopefully I can pick up the rest of the volumes. And I can have the complete collection. So I'm on the lookout for those, and hopefully I can pick those up soon. Next, we've got False Memories Volume 1. And there was a Sublime sale, so I picked up a lot of random kind of Volume 1s just to see if I liked the series, and then I'll pick up more if I do. This one you all have heard, seen the titles for a couple of times, and that is Fourth Generation Head Tatsuka Oyamoto. This is the sequel technically to Jealousy Volume 1, which I picked up in one of my previous hauls, and I also talked about in one of my monthly reading wrap-ups. And I said that I needed to pick up the original because there was a lot of stuff that I did not understand. So I thought I was missing some context. So now I've picked this one up, and hopefully it will make Jealousy make more sense. I also picked up Coyote Volume 1. We picked up Liquor and Cigarettes, who is actually by the same mangaka as Coyote. And this is a standalone by itself. I picked up Escape Journey Volume 1, which I'm excited about because it's a little bit of a chunk of monk. So I'm excited about this one. And then Given Volume 3. The Given movie has come out. I still need to see it. I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers. But Given is making me so happy. This is such a wholesome, adorable BL so far. And so I was very excited to pick up and read Volume 3. Next, we've got Yachirin Bitch Club Volume 3. And this story I am still absolutely loving. It is a little dirty, a little raunchy, but it's so fun and lighthearted and keeps me laughing throughout the entire volume. And then last of my BL is Castle Mango Volume 2. So I was very happy to pick this up. It's the last volume of the series, and this is an out-of-print series, and so I was very excited that I was able to find that one and get a copy, and now I have the complete set. Next, let's do, I guess, some of my shonen that I picked up. We've got No Guns Life. This was recommended on a couple of different MangaTube channels, and I love it. It reminds me of Gunslinger Girl a little bit from the cover. I haven't read it yet, but the cover kind of reminds me a little bit of Gunslinger Girl. So I'm very excited to dive in on this one. We've got Hell's Paradise Volume 1, which I've heard nothing but good things about, and I like the artwork a lot. It's definitely a different style than I'm used to. I'm trying to see if I could do something without a spoiler. But, you know, it's definitely very detailed artwork. So I'm excited to dive into this one. And then we have Pez. And Pez is actually fully in color. So it is not your normal manga in it just being black and white. It's fully in color. It's a little thin, but you do pay for the color. Next, we have Act Age, which I'm not going to focus on. You saw it in my unboxing. We know why we're not going to focus on it. For my birthday, I got Rurouni Kenshin, Volume 1, 2, 3. This is another one that I watched the manga throughout my childhood, watched the anime throughout my childhood, loved it. I've started a rewatching recently, and so I would like to finally read the manga. So I'm going to be picking those up in the omnibus versions, and so hopefully I will finish that out. Next, I've got Spy Family or Spy X Family, depending on, who's talking about it. This has been hyped all over YouTube, all over Instagram, and so I'm finally jumping on the bandwagon to see what the hype is about. So hopefully I will like that one. Next is a series that Boogie Snacks absolutely loves, and so I picked up a couple volumes, but this is the only one that's come in so far, and that's Hinamatsuri Volume 2. He is always talking about this series and saying how good it is, so I picked it up, and hopefully I will like it as much as he does. I've also got That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, The Ways of the Monster Nation Volume 1, which if you saw my Maid Cafe unboxing, you know that came in it. And along with it came Ruby, Volume 1. Next, I have got a series that is incredibly long that I'm just now getting into, even though I've seen the anime, and that is Magi. So we've got Magi Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and she's like my favorite character from the anime, well, other than this hunk, and Volume 4. So these 4 were actually gifts for my birthday, so thank you so much. I'm very excited to start collecting those, and hopefully, I think the series is at 32 volumes now, so I'll be collecting this for a little while, so you'll definitely be seeing more Magi on this channel. We are almost done. The next 2 books I am so excited about. First is the 20th anniversary edition of Chobits. I love Chobits. Chobits was probably one of the first manga series that I collected the entire series, and that was 2003, 2002, so a very long time ago, almost 20 years ago. And so, well, hence the 20th anniversary edition. So I am very excited about this and to re-dive into this story, see if I love it as much as I did when I was younger. It's got this raised, amazing, I don't know if you can see it, but all of this is raised on the cover, and it's a hardback, and it's just, the binding is absolutely amazing. So I am very, very glad Kodansha has come out with these volumes. And in addition to the 20th anniversary volumes, they are also releasing the resurrected volumes of Sayuki. And Sayuki is probably one of my top 5 series of all time. I absolutely love Sayuki so much on so many different levels. It is amazing. And I am so glad Kodansha is releasing these hardback resurrection versions. And I'm hoping that they get enough sales and enough interest that we can finally get that 10th volume of Sayuki Reload. We got all 9 of Sayuki and 9 of Sayuki Reload before Tokyo Pop crashed and burned. And so I am hoping that with this resurrection, we can get Sayuki Reload Volume 10. Because I need it, and I need to know what happens. Next, I got the Eternal Edition of Sailor Moon, which of course is a nostalgia buy for me, so I would love to get all of the Eternal Editions there. And one book that I've got that's actually technically not a manga, it is a graphic novel, is Monstrous. But I cannot even begin to describe just how beautiful the artwork in Monstrous is. I mean, look at this detailed cover. So this is the hardback version that collects the first couple of volumes into one set, and I love it so much. Actually, a coworker at my firm is who introduced me to Monstrous in the first place. And so I'm so excited to have this hardback set of those first few volumes. And last, but certainly not least, of my manga, we hauled some anime for you again. But last but certainly not least of my manga is One Piece the last One Piece box set. So I've got 1 and 2 up here. Here is 3. That is the entirety, and I haven't unwrapped it yet, so sorry for all of the glare. But that is all of the box sets. One Piece is now in the 90s as far as the volumes go, so I'm kind of hoping there's another box set soon. Each box set has about 20-something, 22 volumes in it, and this one goes up to 70. And so I think One Piece is at 92, 93 right now. So I'm hoping once that comes out that we end up with a 4th box set, and then I'll just buy that box set and I'll be completely caught up. Now that I have the 3rd one, I do intend to start the reading vlog that I told you all about and kind of vlog my way through the arcs and share with you all my opinions, especially since I've seen a lot of the anime, but it's been years. I think I started my One Piece journey 2 or 3 years ago. I'm only 700 in, and I basically just kind of watch it randomly, and so there's a lot of stuff I probably don't remember. So I am excited to kind of go through that journey with you all and compare what I remember from the anime to the manga. All right, and last is the anime and other DVD type things that I hauled, because I did not just haul anime. So I've got No Game, No Life 0. And so you'll recall I hauled No Game, No Life, the complete series last month. So here is the prequel movie. I've got Esclaflowne, the entire series, which is another nostalgia pickup for me because I love Esclaflowne. I have the entire series in manga, and so I was very excited to pick up not just the series, but also the movie. So we've got both Esclaflowne, the series, as well as Esclaflowne, the movie. I picked up one of my absolute favorite Korean movies. It is probably number 2, What You Wearin' being number 1, but that's The Train to Busan. It is so good. I can watch it so many times and still tear up. Like, so good. I like it better than Parasite. Definitely should have won an award if Parasite won one. And last but not least, we hauled Inuyasha volumes, seasons 1 and seasons 2. So they are re-releasing the Inuyasha series in Blu-ray. So here we are, seasons 1 and season 2. And I think I'm going to do a rewatch soon since the sequel is coming out very, very soon. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my haul. It was a pretty big one again, and I think though that this might be the last giant one for a little bit, because Right Stuff has almost completely caught up with my various orders. So, but be on the lookout. I still buy manga all the time, every month, so there will be more haul videos, and I hope you guys will be here for them. So if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. Haley Jane would love it if you subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you know each time Haley Jane and I upload a video. Like this video, and we will see you next time. Bye!